For guests and visitors, my name is Teresa Russell. I'm the current president. And I'd like to welcome you to the 8th meeting of the 49th year of the Dublin Worthington Rotary Club. Today's invocation in Jerry's absence will be offered by Pete Barnard.
Let us pray. As Gordon McNally, our district governor, has stated with this theme, create hope in the world. Those items start here. Those means start here in our meeting rooms and our committee meetings. Dear Lord, please look after all of our members, their families, their extended families, and those in need of medical care. Thank you for the food that's been prepared today and being fixed by the people who did it. We thank you for your blessings and this beautiful sunny day in September. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pete. And thank you today to Darnell for being our greeter and Kip for helping set up. Sam, thanks for being the cashier and Gordon on the raffle. And anybody with announcements, please make their way up. And Jim Farmer's going on our next visit.
We have 4 visitors today. Let's welcome them with our traditional 1 clap welcome. First of all, Louise Zink, the spouse of Alan Zink. Mark Hawkins, a friend, I suspect.
Yeah.
Shirley Jones, our speaker, will get introduced later, and Craig McGuire is guest of Dave Hansen today. All right, welcome.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, announcements. I just have a quick one. Remember, we have a board meeting coming up on September 21st at Steve Fairley's office in the conference room. And it's at 7:30 and all are welcome to attend.
Hi, everybody. Joe Scott's Memorial Golf Outing is in 2 weeks, I think. It's the 19th. If you haven't signed up or gotten a foursome yet, please dig one up. If you'd like to be a whole sponsor, it's only $125 and you can have your name on a sign. And we look forward to seeing you all there. If anybody has any questions, by all means, reach out to me. Otherwise, the email I sent out yesterday has a link to the Powell Chamber, and that's where you can register. Thank you.
All right, folks, we got a bunch of announcements. First announcement is that the membership committee is meeting this Friday at my office from noon to 2. Is that right, Ro? Noon to 2. I've got Ro, Jim Farmer, and Jim Allen so far. And so if you are interested in joining the membership committee and revitalizing that committee with us, please reach out to me or join us. Hopefully you know where my office is. On the subject of membership, our Impact Club is meeting today at 5:30 at a brewery called Somewhere in Particular. It's down near Bethel Road. And they are going to be planning their first social project, service project. And so when I figure out what that is, I will make sure everybody here knows about it. And then finally, we have officially launched our bourbon raffle. The first notification to you should have been in the newsletter last week. Our marketing company that we're using has done a great job with all the graphics. We've got 85 days left in the fundraiser. And this year we've got the Pappy Van Winkle set, the Weller set, and the Blanton set. And then I swapped out number 4 and number 5 for a couple of more in the now bottles. So a pretty good slate of prizes to win. To date, we have raised $2,350. And most of that money is not from club members.
Yeah.
So we're well on our way. Next week, I will bring flyers to hand out and send emails about how you can help promote, and we're gonna get this thing going. In 85 days, we're gonna have a lot more money. All right, thank you. Earlier today, I sent out an email on our memorial, next week, which will be at Littleworth Park. It's been so long since we've done this that, we're sort of finding our way again. One thing I forgot to mention is spouses are invited, so if any of you are intending to bring your spouse, please let me know. Let me know if you're coming. Let me know if you have anything to say about the four that we're honoring. There's mentioned in the email, it's Frank White, Frank Dunbar, Ann Patrick, and Bill Shantz. And then also, dress will be casual. You can dress up a sport coat if you want, but it's not required. We just hope to see you all there. Thank you.
When?
Next week, same time. It's right. We're having our lunch next week. Is going to be at Littleworth Park. So here. Thank you.
And Rachel, we have a special presentation from you today.
I don't know if anybody is here.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you. That's our presentation.
Hello, everyone. I'm trying to see. There may only be one person here today that I have pins for. Oh, sorry. Do I have to turn it on?
Nope.
Just keep posting. Okay, got it. All right, and first of all, I am the chair of the International Foundation, and the club has done a great job supporting the foundation. The last few years, I think our goal has been close to $12,000. We met that this past year. We're already, I think, at about 2,200. Sounds like a bourbon raffle, but it's different money. It's actually from club members. So we're doing well. I think we have a very good chance of meeting our goal again. For those, most of you are very familiar with International Foundation, but those that are not, the foundation supports some great programs, both internationally and also domestically. Probably what the foundation is maybe best known for is polio eradication, and that's Polio Plus, and we really encourage members to be part of the 125 Club, which is they donate during the Rotary year $100 to the International Foundation. I think many of you are probably having that part of the invoice that you're paying every quarter, which we really appreciate. And then I think there is one opportunity, Jennifer Best can address that better than me as to when she can bill that, but also $25 to be part of the 125 Club. Again, the Polio Plus supports polio eradication. And, we have always talked about the Paul Harris Fellowship that so many of you have obtained or in the process of obtaining. That's giving $1,000 to the foundation. You can do it through a 5x5 club. We have 3 of them where you give $200 a year, and over 5 years you become eligible, or you can just do it individually. And many of our members are Paul Harris Fellows many times over. So we have 6 of them today, and I think maybe only 1 is here today, so we'll have to find a way maybe to give it to them directly. But first of all, we have Connie Hendren, who is a +8. So that means that she's actually reached Paul Harris Fellow status 9 times, which is amazing. Steve Pagerly, Steve is here. Steve, I have a pin for you. Steve is, I believe, a +6. So he's also been very, very generous with the foundation. We really appreciate that. Courtney, I can bring the pin to you if you want me to, but we have one for you. I believe Courtney is a +2 or 3 here, and then Win Wixel, I didn't see Win. We have Bill Giesler, and then both +1s, and then Todd Whiteman just qualified for Paul Harris Fellow, so we have a certificate for him. So I'm really appreciate it, all of them. And I'm going to try to do this a little more often than I've done in the past year. So I might start doing more like a Rotary minute or 2, where I'll give you more updates regarding the foundation and just for our bonus as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And we have a sergeant today, Mike.
Let's not too loud, Jim. That's great to hear. What was that, Jim? Jeff Apple.
How about carrying the pot for me? Where is the pot? Probably over there, it's probably up there. Jeff, we're grabbing Jim Allen's badge today. We'll make him walk around and see everybody there. He knows the names in the room and he won't be grabbing their badges. Let's see what we, oh, you know what? Steve Perry. Steve is taking a break. He's no longer the president of the club. But since he did so much as the president, I'm just gonna find everybody at his table. The rest, see, Steve, I was good to you. No, you didn't have to pay it. That's the guys at your table. Then you just gotta drop that bottle on the way out. All righty. How many of you folks out there got to watch, college football this weekend? Raise your hands. Oh, look at that. There's a lot of dollars right there. So, just $1 for your team. Now, if you're an OSU fan and you did not get to watch the game, it'll cost you $2. I said OSU fan. You're not an OSU fan. That's okay. Let's see here. All right, I tell you what. This past weekend, Memorial Day. Or I'm sorry, did I say Memorial Day?
That's $1.
That's $1. You bet I don't have $1. Thank God I'm the sergeant. So, yeah, Labor Day. I knew that. I was just getting to that. Let's get these, there's 2 tables over there. How many travelers were expected to be, on the road this weekend for Labor Day? This is by the United States Stats Survey.
Which table are you asking?
Those 2, you and Alan's table. How about they'll Kip in there
Alan and
too?
Alan.
We're going with 34 million.
No, just in travelers that it said they had 3 million travelers. And I thought that number seemed awful low, so you can look at the guys who put these things out. I think they're wrong. How about these 2 tables back there? Alan and Mr. Vesti's table there. How busy is Labor Day? Out of all the holidays? First, second, third, fourth, fifth busiest?
Busy what?
Busiest of all the holidays. Teresa, get it out, Teresa, asking questions. He said 6. It's actually, Labor Day is the 3rd busiest holiday in the United States. Third. So how about this, take these 2 tables right here, Rich's table and Jim's table. This is the one that statistic that got me. How many trips were taken by Americans over the Labor Day weekend? Just, if you get within $1 million, you got it.
Oh,
A million people. Dollars.
47 million.
5 billion. And this last table right here.
Are you making these up?
No, I'm not. Hey, these are actual statistics put out by the US Department of something. I don't know what it is.
Does that include trips to the bathroom?
How many, what's the percentage of Americans that took vacation during the Labor Day weekend? I'll give you, what's that?
72.
It's actually 53%. Good answer though, that was pretty close. So that's really, that's all I got. I got enough dollars from you guys. I'll leave you with the corny joke of the day.
What happened to Happy Dollar?
Oh, wait a minute. That was at the top of my list. Happy Dollars. Thanks, Steve. I have to owe $1 next time I come in. You got one back there? Tim. He's gonna make you walk, isn't he?
I've got 2.
Hang on. Okay, well, what was yours, Tim?
He doesn't have it.
Oh,
I'm walking.
oh, he's walking. There you go.
Happy I'm walking.
There you go. All right. I'm happy to see you, Paul. Steve, what's yours? He's got $2.
Yeah, I've been plagued by this Wilson Bridge Road problem.
Man, that's nice it's open. Yeah, I'm with you there.
And I'm happy that the burger raffle's live.
Let's say it'd be a 15-minute drive. Alan's in.
I'm happy because last week, I apologize for missing the party last week due to a bad head cold. It did not test for COVID, so I'm happy for that.
All right, everybody have a good time. It seemed like we had quite a few people that showed up to Rotary.
Yeah.
I think it was 47 members or 43 members, something like that. Anyways, is that it? Any other happy dollars? All right, I'll leave you with my joke of the day. I'll let Jerry. Jerry said this one over to me. Why was Cinderella so bad at soccer?
He had to leave the ball.
She kept running away from the ball. Thanks, everyone.
Alan, you're up.
Hi, everybody. 9/11/01. 20. Oh, yeah, thank you. 22 years ago. It was a Tuesday. This year it'll be Monday, but that's the quirks of our calendar. I was in New York. It was a clear sky. I looked up, walked past the World Trade Center towers on my way to the office. And I thought, great day for flying. This lady was up there flying, and she was on her way back from Europe, a trip I had made many times as a Navy officer and navigator. My job was to find Gander, Newfoundland, so we could land there and refuel. Shirley was on her way to LaGuardia. I'm from northeastern Ohio. Shirley's from southeastern Ohio. We both are graduates of OSU. We had that significant event in common, as we all here have. But on that day, she found a way to pay back. Shirley is a native of Vinton County, Ohio, the eldest of 9 children. For 34 years, she was a staff member at the Ohio State University's College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. And she was primarily administrative. After retiring with emeritus status, she enrolled at OSU as a non-traditional undergraduate student, receiving a BA in English 40 years after graduating from high school. I think that's where my hand might be. Following retirement, most of her time was devoted to volunteer activities. She was the 4th woman inducted into the Ohio Agricultural Hall of Fame. And she has many awards, I should say. And for her work following the 9/11 terrorist activities, she received the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador, the medal she's wearing right now and showing to you. The date on which this honor was received was December 7, 2007, an extremely emotional event occurring on Pearl Harbor Day for another event that, as President Roosevelt said, will live in infamy. And Shirley's efforts to establish a scholarship benefiting the young people of the communities that cared for her following the 9/11 terrorist attacks are included in a Broadway hit musical comedy called Come From Away that some of you may have seen. She and the famous actor who portrays her have become good friends. She and 8,000 travelers landed at Gander, Newfoundland that day. I've been there quite a few times. I always found it as a navigator, and we landed and refueled. Shirley was there that day, 8,000 travelers, 37 aircraft, and a tarmac that wasn't ever conceived or built for taking that many people or that many planes. And she has found a way to give back. Here you go, Shirley.
Thanks, Alan. Talking about bourbon. Now, how many of you have seen Come From Away? What did you think of it? What did you think about the screeching ceremony? You missed that part, okay. They have, Newfoundland has a drink that is called screech. It's the worst tasting rum you'll ever taste. I mean, and they call it screech because literally if you take a sip of it, you screech. Okay, well, as you're talking about your bourbon, but darn, next time I go back to Newfoundland, I'm gonna bring you a bottle of screech. You can drive it. But anyway, I'm delighted to be here with all of you today. I see one of my former co-workers, Dave Hanson. Now, I have to tell you, I'm a member of Tower Village Lions. Okay? Lions and Rotarians get along beautifully. Rotarians help Lions, and Lions help Rotarians. Now, back to my, what do you do off the track here and start talking about my 9/11 services? I had been in Denmark, France and Denmark. I had been doing some volunteering in France and Denmark for People International. How many of you are familiar with that organization? Good. It was an organization started by President Eisenhower as a way to foster international understanding. He thought if we could forget about the politics and the religion, we just get to know people. Or what they were, we'd have a better chance of finding peace in this world. And I really like that. I was a member of people for almost 25 years. Started out as a member of the Columbus chapter, then became a member of the board of directors, and then eventually as the corporate secretary for people. And that meant I was legally responsible for all of the records of people around the world. And when I think about that, well, that's pretty heavy. So I did a lot of traveling for people all over, just everywhere. In late August and early September of 2001, I did some volunteering in France and Denmark, and then attended the board meeting of people in Denmark. Okay, now, one of my traveling companions, a fellow board member, was one who was in Florida. She called me when we were making our travel arrangements and wanted to know if I would be, when we come back, would it be okay if we stopped in Frankfurt, Germany. Her oldest granddaughter had recently taken a contract to teach English as a second language to German bank executives. The kid had never been outside of the United States. And the granddaughter thought we had a nice room to put down in Frankfurt, Germany, and have dinner with her, all that stuff. I said, sure. So we leave Denmark on September the 10th. We fly from Denmark to Frankfurt, Germany. We put down, we had a nice dinner with the granddaughter. And of course, granddaughter was thinking that she needed a lot of hugs. That kid was doing fine. You know, she didn't need 2 or 3 days to get out after her. We had a nice dinner with her. And the next morning we get up and we go to the airport. 6:30 that night, I'm going to be home. I had been gone for about 3 weeks. And I was really looking forward to getting back to Columbus and seeing my husband again, doing regular things like doing laundry and, you know, doing this and that, and the other. And I like telling Bruce, I traveled a lot. My husband didn't travel. He didn't care to travel at all. So, but anyway, when I got home from one of my early trips in my marriage, he met me at the airport. He said, we've got an emergency at home. And I said, what's that? He says, oh, well, you'll see when we get there. And I'm thinking, well, tell me. I thought maybe the roof would come off or something. We get home and he liked to tell people that the only reason he married me was for my season football tickets. And the longer we were married, I'm sure that probably had something to do with her. Anyway, on that particular trip, I got home and he came in and he said, look at this. He held up this beautiful pink underwear. Now it's very football season. So then I had asked him before I left, now, do you know how to do laundry, do this, and that? Oh, yeah. I said, you know how to sort clothes? Oh, yeah, well. He had turned all the scarlet and gray stuff into this one underwear. He said, you gotta do something about this. I said, oh, honey, you look so nice. Very funny. I still get a charge out, you know. But, so anyway, I wasn't really worried coming home and just started ready with my plans. 6:30 that night I would be there. Well, about 4.5, 5 hours outside of Frankfurt, Germany, the captain comes on the PA system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the captain speaking. We have a slight emergency. Had to do with something, an indicator signal on the plane. He said, we're going to have to put down the gander and take a look at it. And what do I know about Newfoundland? The only thing I knew about Newfoundland was Titanic right down on the coast of Newfoundland all those years ago. And Marconi's signal touchdown in Newfoundland. That's all I knew about Newfoundland. So we come together, and the captain tells us we're too heavy to land at the airport. So we got to dump 30,000 pounds of fuel. Well, I never liked men. We were working on budgets. I hated working on budgets. I was wondering how many 30,000 pounds of fuel, how many gallons that would make. And I just figured, surely, don't look at that, it has to be like large, otherwise we wouldn't be dumping it. So we circled, dumped the fuel. Finally came in from everything. And it was strange because I was fortunate I had a window seat. And I could look out and I saw the little planes were parked. They took the wing and those to tail. And all of them, they just looked to me like the planes were parked in the order in which they had arrived. Well, sure enough, that's what it was. So once we got on the ground, the captain came back. He apologized for the bruise. He said, actually, the equipment was fine. But he said, we have a national emergency in the United States. All the borders are closed, and the airspace is now in control of the military. Well, I had been kind of tired from the meeting, so I kind of did dozing a little bit. I thought I was dreaming. And so, sat straight up in my seat. And my friend and I looked at each other, did we hear what the captain just said? Yes, we had heard that. So he told us that plane had gone into one of the Twin Towers in New York City. Well, most of you are not old enough to remember this, but in 1945, there was a U.S. military plane that went into the Empire State Building. I remember that as a little kid. And it was an accident, but it killed all the people, and I'm thinking about, remember that accident at New York City and Empire State Building, thinking, but why would the borders be closed? And then he said, and the Pentagon has forget something is happening outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Now, during the whole period of time, I was on Delta Flight 15. And we sat for about 28 and a half hours. We were comfortable, the air conditioning worked. We were able to get up and walk around, look out the windows, all that sort of stuff. But never were any of the doors open. We had to stay on those planes. There were 38 jumbo jets with, I would say, about 8,000 passengers. So what are we going to do with all those people? They called us the plane people. I said, one of these days I'm going to get some jewelry designer to design a pin for the plane people. And I'm going to wear a pin for plane people. But anyway, we sat aboard the plane, and during the whole period that we sat there, the captain monitored the BBC, because the only information that those officers in the planes received was heard from the air traffic controllers telling them to get out of the air. And the news, the news since I got to know a lot of people from other planes that captains and other crew members and so forth. But there were some of the people who didn't want to get out of the air. They wanted to go on to where they were headed. And we were told when, but I didn't know that because I was scared. I was never scared. I knew we were going to be okay. Just never had I was okay. They were told if they didn't blame the gander, they'd be shot out of the air. That's kind of scary, you know, if I'd known that, I would have been scared. I really would have. But we sat over that way, and the whole 28 half hours, as I said, he monitored the BBC to see what was going on. He made all that information to us, everything that he could. Now, one thing that I did, I took my notebook, I got my notebook out of my bike bag, and I started making notes. Clear from the time that the captain told us that we were going to have to put down and get moving. Clear through all the time that we sat aboard that way. We were actually on the next years, captain said, and so forth. And then clear on through, once we got off the plane, where we were signed, the things that we did, when we got back on the plane, and got to where we were going, and finally, 2 o'clock in the morning, when we finally arrived back in Columbus, Ohio. Took me 6 days to get from Denmark to Columbus, Ohio. That's a kind of a long trip. But anyway, as we said with that plane, I have to say that Captain Sweeney was my hero during that whole time. He was the calmest person I had ever run into. He didn't say that out there. He came out, he talked to all of us, he could tell people who needed to take it on care. And he was very kind to it. But all of the crew members were just absolutely fantastic. You could never tell that you couldn't tell that they knew there was anything bad that had happened because they were just as professional as they could be. So finally, after the 28 hours, we finally got the word that we were going to be playing, and we would be sent to different locations. But we had no idea where we would go, what we would do, or anything else about it. But what happened during all the time that we passengers were aboard those planes, the mayor of Gander, and all the other teeny tiny towns all over central Indiana, the ministers of the churches, the Salvation Army, and the Red Cross all got together to figure out, what they were going to do with the blind people. So, turned out, once we got off of the plane, we had to go through customs but we found out where we had been signed. I was assigned to a little community called Lewisport, which is about 30 miles away from the airport in Gander. And of course, those of you who know me know my sense of direction is hideous. I mean, I had no idea whether I was going north, south, east, west, or whatever. But we've been on, and the school bus drivers were on strike in Gander. So when those school bus drivers found out what had happened, they almost took their lives. They got there into the buses and they go to Gander because they didn't be needed. For the meantime, each of these little tiny towns decided how many people they could take care of. As I said, I decided to do this for it. It's a little town that with the 14 outward villages that feed into it, there's about 4,000 people. So of the 8,000 people, about 1,000 of them were taken care of in this little area, the Lewisport. Now, there were other towns. There was a town that was about halfway between Gander and Lewisport called Appleton. And the people there those people there, they had 250 people population in that little town. They took care of 150 people. I mean, isn't that amazing? There were these places to stay. We didn't have our luggage, we didn't have anything exposed on our back. Some of the people had actually packed their prescription medications in their checked luggage. They had no access to them. So once we all got to the towns where we had been assigned, the people who needed prescriptions, the local doctor took care of them, checked them out, wrote prescriptions for them, didn't charge them. The pharmacist filled those prescriptions, didn't charge them. It's just amazing. I was assigned to for the school bus driver. Well, let me back up a little bit. One, they had to go back. They are there. You get off of the airplane, and we get onto the school bus. And, we're headed toward middle school. And I'm wondering, you know, what I'm gonna do, you know, where I'm gonna go, what's gonna happen, all that sort of stuff. I just really hey, you know, sit back, relax, this is another adventure. You know, it's a great adventure. But when I was a kid, well, I get back on the school bus, I'm sorry, I lost my track. See, you got me all off track later. I get on the school bus and we just leave the airport property and somebody spots a moose. And so the driver of us was a man named Moody. When we first got on the bus, he stood up and put his hands on the steps and he said, "My name's Moody, that don't mean that's what I is." That drove the attention. I mean, everybody said the steps, Mr. Moody, shut that. So we're driving down the road. Oh, my gosh, I'm almost, I haven't even got started. Somebody spotted a moose. Mr. Moody says, "You want us to steer?" "Yeah, we want to steer." So we stopped the bus, put it in reverse, and all of us we tend to really have to bring our necks over to the traffic. That's so there was a moose up to the bus. We're the moose. There comes another little moose. And so we had two mooses. He's watching the first thing Mr. Moody said, "You got some enough?" "Yeah, we got some enough." So we got on, so we went on to Lewisburg. Now, when I was a kid, I was so near something, I had to have a whole place burn on the nose in order to read. And when we run to school, first sent a note on Shirley needs to get her eyes examined because she needs glasses. Well, I'm the oldest of 9 kids, there wasn't any money. There wasn't money was back home, the English didn't work. So there was no money, so the school nurse got in touch with the local Lions Club. And it was the Lions who paid for the first eye examination and the first grade classes. Otherwise, I'm going to stay here. Now, I'm back on the school bus, and you was working for I go down the steps, I look up at the building where I had been signed, that's what it was, it was for Lions. And I started to cry. Now, all my life, I held my emotions and cut inside because I didn't want to bother my little brothers and sisters. I started to cry. My friends said, "What's wrong?" I said, "The Lions are still taking care." So we went in, my gosh, they had all this good food, cooking. You can smell the coffee brewing, the tables were all set up, and you say bright tablecloths, flowers, silverware, a little TV set up. Teeny tiny little, those are the first pictures you ever saw. People had brought in everything from their homes. They brought in towels and washcloths, blankets, pillows, and everything from their own home. The women would come in at night, pick up those towels and washcloths, take them home, wash them, dry them, bring them back, so we always had fresh linens. They brought in all kinds of things that we might need, all kinds of toiletries. I mean, they just put their own homes of everything. I went into the ladies' room, there were all these sanitary napkins and diapers for babies, the baby food, and everything else. They thought of everything that the one thing people might need. Slept on the gym mats that they had brought in from high school. And that was pretty neat. Now, it turns out we had 10 people from Ukraine that were on plane. They were scheduled to come to Columbus. They were social workers. They were getting ready to, they were spend 2 weeks of social workers. We had a group of students from India who came back to OSU, including 2 young women who were students in agriculture. One was studying for a master's, and it was PhD. So anyway, a lot of connections. But anyway, we get there, we're taken care of so lovely by these people. It was obvious that they had very little themselves, but they gave everything to the young people, just absolutely everything. So finally, days later, we get the word that we're going to leave. And we really didn't want to leave. I mean, we wanted to be on our way, but at the same time, we didn't want to leave because the kindness in the love that we had been extended was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So anyway, we get back on the school bus, And we probably try to use the money to break the expenses, so it's really those people who do all the things they do for us. They would take a minute, they just said, no, you do the same for us. So we got up to about cruising up to a couple of men, my fellow passengers, my standing in the aisle telling me, we probably want to, we knew that to do something, but we let those people know we would never forget what they had done for us. But how do you do something for somebody who doesn't want you to do it? We're going to do it without any advantage. So I came up with the idea of setting up a down scholarship fund to benefit the kids in the municipal area. And one of the guys was funny, he says, what's an endowed scholarship fund? And I said, you just use the interest, you don't use the principal. He says, how do we do that? I said, well, we got pledge sheets. He says, what's on a pledge sheet? How do you do that? How did the sheets paper for my little, they got pledge sheets. Then the captain of the PA system to make the announcement. You know, and so it was really good. So anyway, after we got up, pilots took up the sheets, so they counted everything. So when I got back to Columbus, I went to OSU because I had involved with fundraising to OSU besides my regular work. And I went to OSU because I really listened to it greatly. Have these kids coming to Newfoundland, we whole time, 9/11, and the wonderful people, all that stuff. Guess what? I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I really got tipped off for this year. So the Columbus Foundation, and that organization is top flight. They embrace this story with open arms, okay? So this, they taught me from the very thing. The scholarship is for kids who graduate from Lewisport Collegiate, which is Lewisport and the 14 outdoor villages that come into it. And they can go to any accredited college or university or any post-high school vocational technical training program. As of this year, 381 kids have received that scholarship from a little area of field and population. These kids have gone into all kinds of areas study, and the neat thing about it is they have gone back to their own communities to make a difference. It's really good. So a lot of kids who drop out of school, but I've been back 30 times now. I go back, to actually receive the scholarships. And one of the students in the very first class of recipients is, I love telling this story. She went on to get her undergraduate degree, then she got 2 master's degrees, then she got her medical degree, and about 6 weeks before I was back up for the 20th anniversary of 9/11, she became the chief of staff of her hospital. So, it's things like that, and, they go into whatever area they're interested in, and it just makes me feel so good that I've been, able to be a part of this. So anyway, but I want to thank all of you who are members of Rotary, because when we were ready to actually, send money to Newfoundland for these kids, each year, the Columbus Foundation can make grants anywhere in the United States, but not outside of the United States. There were organizations that you could send money through, but they charge you on the way. So the one I was working with at the Columbus Foundation was a member of the Downtown Rotary Club. And she went to the president and told him the story. So he and I had known each other for a long time. I didn't like this in Rotary, but the Downtown Rotary Foundation is the one, once we know, who all the kids are, where they're going to school, everything's been better and everything. The Downtown Rotary Foundation cuts those checks, sends them to the various universities and institutions. So it's my thanks to all of you Rotarians for being doing the kind of work that you do. So it's people helping other people and all that sort of thing. So, I know we're running out of time. We're running out of time.
How about your meeting those?
Okay. Okay. I need to tell you about the Order of Newfoundland and Labrador. This is the highest honor that they give to their own citizens. And I was the first non-Newfoundlander to receive that order. And it just makes you feel, I mean, it's really, really, really touching. It really is. After I received it, as Alan said, I received it on December the 7th. And to me, that was really emotional. Standing there, listening to what the community was saying, remembering the history, the December the 7th, for me to receive that on December the 7th, was really something. But and after the ceremony was over, this lady came up to me and congratulated me. And she said, "Did you hear the clock chime when you received your honor?" And I said, "No, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a word of your saying nothing. I was so nervous." And he said, "The clock chimed 11 times. And I thought, well, it's interesting. Why she told me that?" And she said, "Do you realize you're the 9th person to receive the order?" So we did 99 strange things. Now, another interesting thing too. A few years ago, I was invited back for a special event in St. John's, which is the provincial capital. This is the Prince Charles of Camilla. Now, here I am, I called and I said, "Let's go protocol. I never met Prince before." Stakeholder was very civil. And so anyway, they told me, they said, "Make sure that you wear the order, okay, so you can't really miss it." So here I am, Charles, and I'm talking, he spent about 15 minutes with me. That was just amazing. You know, it was really amazing. So he spotted this and he said, "What is that?" I said, "It's the order of Newfoundland and Labrador." "And why do you have it?" he said. I said, "It's for the work I did follow 99. He was almost saying, "You know, it's not something else." "Oh, you're the American." He was asking all these questions. How many kids have received the scholarship? Where were they going to school? What were they studying? And everything. He was just really, he was really into it. So I reached in my pocket and I got one of the business cards about scholarship candidates. He's like this, looking at it, and very in his pocket. Well, later on, when I told my different friends that I had given him the card, he said, "You didn't." And I said, "Yes, I did." I didn't count. I mean, you did. Agriculture. And then the stone in this is labradorite, which is the provincial mineral of Newfoundland Labrador. And when Camilla spotted it, she was in a different room, so she and I talked separately too. And that wasn't as interesting as what Charles and I talked about. Anyway, she said, "Is that Labradorite?" And I said, "Yes." Well, she had a little bracelet on her wrist. She's twisting it. And said, "I know Labradorite. I know." She was trying to knock the Labradorite in her bracelet. Anyway, I've overspoke. I've said far more.
It's up to Teresa, our president.
Okay.
Can you stay for questions?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much. So we'll wrap up our meeting, and if you want to have more conversation, she's gonna stay. Before we wrap up, we have a raffle board.
For today, today is $31.
$31.
Yeah, okay, for it. There you go. And then the last four are 2099. And the big pot is for $117.
$117.
And you get one also. You have to put yours in there, Dalton's gonna take it back out.
2054.
2054. You come up and draw for the ace of spades. Right up here.
Oh.
Out of the card pile. Okay. Oh, Great loves.
Couldn't be farther away.
Okay, ready for the 4-way test. Of the things we think, say, and do, first,
Is it the truth?
second,
Is it fair?
third, and fourth. We are almost adjourned. I want to say one more thing, Don Motley, thank you for hosting. I heard a lot of comments that was a fabulous draw last week. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And don't forget, next week, we will be at Lincoln Park, not here.
Okay.
Hi, George. You're not the smartest man, just because I'm in here. I know, it's not a problem.
Plus, you don't have to make the mistake.
You got that right. Okay, it's gonna be interest.
Yeah. You know, when you said on ceremony, I didn't recognize
I think he's got it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Have a good week. Thank you. Okay.
I think I've ever taken this off. Hopefully I don't do something.
Gotta take that with me.
Yeah. First time I've ever taken this off.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. You're taking way more care than I do. I just throw it in the bag.
Oh, that, yeah. Just hate to see that work, you know.
Thank you, sir.